compiling my... I can't wait for my first session with Jarl.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
So, Jarl.
So?
We haven't had a chance to talk alone. You comfortable in here?
I took it. It feels strange to stay with the others. They are your aliens.
And you're alien to us. So there, we have something in common.
We can look at it as a place to start.
Got it.
Perhaps then, if we're all aliens, it's about what kind of alien we are.
You had no idea about us, but you signed up to help us anyway.
Perhaps it had nothing to do with you.
Care to elaborate?
I do not.
How do you know Moshae Sefa?
She's our greatest mind on the Remnant. I was his student.
You studied the Remnant too?
A little. I was terrible. I quit. Or she threw me out. One of those. We're still very close.
So, is that your rifle?
It is now. It's Ket. With my own modifications. I like to tinker, to get my hands on something and take it apart.
That's a skill I know we can use. But I have one request. Please don't take apart my ship.
You're right. I signed up. Volunteered for this. It's exciting. There's something unique about you. Uneasy, raw, but somehow profound.
Face value, that sounds like a compliment. A nice one.
It is. Angara feel deeply. We have more trouble hiding our emotions than showing them. I should get back to my work.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate, add deciphering alien psychology.
What plate?
Exactly. See you later.
Thanks for having my back. Lost shield!
Three more to go. Good. Stay sharp.
Go us. Incoming fire!
also limbs and life.
Aya has so much biodiversity. And the waterfalls.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
I could stand here and drink in that view all day.
When I was test piloting the ship back home, I often did. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I like the Tempest, but I'm not sure I'd travel between galaxies for her.
The unknown frontier had its charms, too. It's just strange not having the rest of the design team. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Don't sweat it. We'll bring the Solarians home.
Of course we will. I just have to be patient, that's all. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big it is. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet.
Or completely span it. An underground network. Just a thought, of course. I wouldn't even know where to start hypothesizing how it all works. The remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist...
Convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life. If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
What do you know about the Scourge?
We established that it's artificial. Someone put it there. Or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good. Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
I am Enro Bosan, assistant to Governor Piranshai. You're free to explore this area, but the city is off limits. Until that changes, I'll be your liaison. How may I help you, Pathfinder?
Thanks for your time, Enro.
Of course.
Pathfinder, are we going to Vold or Havarl? Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Okay, bundle up, people.
I'll stay on my nice warp ship.
Take her down, Callow.
We designated this planet Habitat 6. Original readings suggest that it had a breathable, nitrogen-rich atmosphere and oceans of H2O.
I take it that's no longer the case.
All H2O on Habitat 6, Vold to the Ungarai, is ice. And those oceans, frozen over completely.
There goes the dream of a seaside property. That's a pretty intense blizzard.
LZ is on the windward side of the mountain. Conditions are bad. I'm tracking gale force squalls.
Whoa!
We're good. We're good.
You sure? Want us to get out and push?
Very funny, Ryder.
Oh, Suvi wasn't kidding about the cold.
Damn, this place is well hidden.
Keep going, Ryder. Try not to make any sudden movements. You're probably being watched.
Not just the weather that's icy then. Heaters. I need to warm up for a bit. This cold is cutting through to the bone.
Almost at the base now. Make sure you talk to Commander Anyik when you arrive.
I'm reading a severe temperature drop. Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall.
I understand.
2 hours to strictly out of my ship.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Let it be.
Life support is back online.
Fuel pumps, fuel lines.
But I love you, Hera.
I know.
Who knows how much time we have?
It's all we've got. Trust me, this'll work.
You're the alien Jarl brought. A possible asset, he says. We've allowed you into our base at his request. I am Anyik Dozil. Remember the name, because if you betray us, I will kill you myself. Be assured that what I do to you will make the stars turn their faces and grow dark.
Totally understood. Everyone wants the stars to keep shining, right?
We're in agreement, then. If you wish to prove yourself, be an ally in our fight against the Ket. Despite our best efforts, their growing forces remain a threat to our people. Speak to our lookouts, who watch the valley. They'll know where our need is dire. Go now. I have other things to attend to.
You didn't hear about the human? Landed right in the middle of Aya. No. We're gonna need some kind of stimulant. Yes, what is it? You're that alien they've been talking about on comms, aren't you? Why are you standing here? Shouldn't you be talking to the commander?
I'm Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative. From...
Wonderful. You're from far away. Do they have magical healing where you're from?
Nothing more advanced than what you have?
Then where you're from is useless to me right now. Stand over there.
The commander said the alien wanted to help, but we need it. The emergency caches, maybe.
Emergency caches?
This is a war zone. Ket attacks are always a risk. Wounded? There's probably a cache of emergency medical supplies nearby. No substitute for real medical attention, but you'll survive long enough to reship.
Problem is the caches are empty right now. We're strained and no one's been out there to replenish supplies.
There's no time to waste. I'll help with whatever you need.
Supply crates are stacked by the wall over there. Directions to the caches are with them. You have a vehicle?
Of course.
Good. Get going. Give me a double dose of summer, quick!
Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Maybe we should talk to the requisitions officer.
These are the emergency medical supplies the doctor mentioned. We have to get them to the caches. Sam, you saving the location data?
Of course, Pathfinder.
If you need patching up, you'll have to wait. A patrol just came through and I need to see to them.
Is it just you here?
Volunteer medics are hard to come by, especially ones who can handle Vault.
It can't be easy living in a place like this.
Between the cold and the lack of sun, it's tough to keep morale up. Most of us come from Aya or Haval, so it's a big adjustment. Immunity drops, people get sick. But if the civilians in the settlements can live here without complaint, so can we.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Leave me be.
I just have a feeling Mashal's still alive.
There's no need to rush.
But I love you.
Who knows how much time we have?
This operation's bigger than I thought.
Let's try to make a good first impression.
Solid.
Good setup here.
Life support levels critical. Please seek safety.
Tempest, we're gonna need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, something I can do for you?
You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything is running fine.
I saw the messages sent to you. What are you hiding?
Keep your voice down. I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
You have any leads?
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Ket. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
I can take a look at the drop point. That way no one will panic.
I can't sanction an official search, but I also can't stop you from investigating on your own. The nav point for the last drop location is in my personal console. You seem to be adept at decryption, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point.
But I brought the snacks last time.
But I never get care packages from Aya, do I?
You're so good at guilting me, see?
Okay, Sam, what's Vold got for us?
Ket activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Ket military efforts on Vold.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Ket installations.
Any suggestions on how to get on Ephra's good side?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Vold's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. All right, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.
Please be careful, Ryder.
Trust me.
How about we don't gun it down the icy mountain?
Ryder, Liam's looking for you.
Not really a holiday destination.
Approaching the LZ.
I'm reading a severe temperature drop. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
John? Stars is really you.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Fine. Go ahead. Turn it.
Life support is stable.
Hold. Hostile control of
From this room, we keep track of our brothers and sisters in the field.
They don't venture this close to the
You don't win a war without good organization.
That's the planet, with everything on it.
Pathfinder, I was told to expect you. Davia Kars, Chief Intelligence Officer. I want to brief you on Vold. Any questions about the planet? Ask away.
Is that a map of Vold?
A living map, yes. Every region on the planet is represented. Updated in real time as we get information from scouts and contacts. You can see the nearest Dara, the Jara Tetchiks, and Yarnik, the archaeological dig the Ket have occupied.
The bright spots on the map, are those cities?
Cities under siege by the Ket, yes. The largest, Estraya, was our capital.
Was?
It's hard to think of a city as a capital when it's just a maze of empty streets and burnt-out buildings. But buildings can be rebuilt. We are more than our cities.
I think I have enough info.
If you need anything else, I'll be here.